May we request you to please rise for the invocation to be led by Ms. Jonna Carmeli Calibuso.
Lead me by the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hands show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart all my days, all my life. You are my light, you're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go along my way, help me take the right directions. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Oh, lead me, Lord. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life, all through my days. Oh, lead me, Lord. Lead us, Lord.
Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you today to the National Museum of the Philippines to witness this momentous event in the history of Philippine legislature, the launching of the eCongress, here at the very hall where congressional luminaries of the earlier parliaments worked in carrying out their mandates. We are honored to have with us our honorable Congress leaders of the 19th Congress, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri, former President and House Senior Deputy Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Senate President Pro Tempore Loren Legarda, Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva, House Majority Leader Manuel Jose Manix Dalipe, and our Congress officials headed by Senate Secretary Renato Bantug Jr. and the Secretary General of the House of Representatives, Reginald Velasco. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of Senate Deputy Majority Leader J.V. Ejercito,
For the House of Representatives, we acknowledge the presence of Representative Tobias Toby M. Chanco and Representative Jose Joboy S. Aquino II. The Senate and the House of Representatives of the 19th Congress are taking the Philippine legislative governance to greater heights by pursuing this eCongress project. We will present an overview of what the eCongress is all about later in the program. To formally welcome all of you to this historic event, may we call to the podium Honorable Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva for his message.
Thank you. Mapagpala at makasaysayang umaga po sa lahat. Isang turista ang pumasok sa isang museo at negatibo ang kanyang mga kritisismo doon sa isang lugar ng museo at panay tanong po niya, bakit ganito? Ito ba ang art nyo? Ano ito? Ito ba ang art nyo? Hindi na po nakapagpigil yung tour guide doon sa museo at sinabing, hindi po yan art. Ang tawag po dyan ay salamin. Ngayong araw na ito, alam ko na walang pangit dito sa lugar na ito at lahat pwedeng i-display sa National Museum. Kaya magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. The Bible says, give honor to whom honor is due, and so let me acknowledge our dearest and most beloved Senate President. Sip-sip ho talaga ako eh. Walang iba kung hindi si Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri, ang pinakamagandang Senate President Pro Tempore. Isa lang yata yung naging babaeng Senate President Pro Tempore kasi, Senator Loren Legarda. Sa aking seatmate at Deputy Majority Leader, Senator J.V. Ejercito. Siyempre ho, sa ating House Senior Deputy Speaker, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Ma'am, morning. Our good friend, Majority Leader Manix Dalipe, Congressman Manix. Congressman Toby Chanco of the Lone District of Navotas City. At sabi po niya, huwag kong sabihing birthday niya ngayon, kaya hindi ko po siya babatiin. Congressman Joboy Aquino of the 1st District ng Agusan del Norte. Huwag niyo po siyang sisingilin mamaya dahil lalo siyang magagalit sa akin. Of course, Senate Secretary Renato Bantug, House Secretary General Reginald Velasco, Senate Deputy Secretary Arnel Banyas, House Deputy Secretary General David Robert Amorin, House Deputy Secretary General Sofinias Gabonada, House Deputy Secretary General Jennifer Bakiran, House Deputy Secretary General Griselda Andres, and of course, our good friend, National Museum Director General Jeremy Barnes. Sa inyo pong lahat, sa members of the media, muli mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. This is indeed the day that the Lord has made. The signing of concurrent resolution number 6 and the launching of eCongress for the Digital Legislative Management System. Napakaganda po from day one ng samahan ng Kamara de Representantes at ng Senado. Kamara de Representantes na pinamumunuan ni Speaker Martin Romualdez at ang Senado ni Senator Mig Zubiri. From day one, they have already showed us the power of synergy. From day one, they already instilled into each and every one of us in the Senate and in the House of Representatives the power of teamwork, the importance of teamwork, the importance of unity, that indeed 1 + 1 is not just equals 2, but 1 + 1 equals 10. Kaya maraming salamat sa ating mga leaders ng Kongreso. At sabi nga po namin sa Senado, our SP is very good. And that's why our support to him is very strong. Ang mga leaders po ng ating Kongreso walk the talk through this project. Digital collaboration and connectivity between two houses. Alam niyo po, ibang-iba na ngayon ang panahon. Yung flow of information, knowledge sharing, data information, data management, ngayon ay ibang-iba compared 20 years ago when I was a member of the House of Representatives. Everyone is talking about the 4th IR revolution, while some are already entertaining the 5th IR revolution. And that's the main reason why South Korea is already taxing the robots. In Saudi Arabia, Sophia became the very first citizen robot. And in Singapore, you have Ella there as the very first barista robot who can make 200 cups of coffee in an hour. And so it is really important that we take this path. And today, I just remember that time when we were in the House of Representatives, hindi ko alam si SP lang ho nakaabot ng disket pa. Pero ako po, inabutan ko po yung CD. Pagka kukuha ka ng file, CD. And there was a time, I don't know, SP Migs, if you recall, there was a time in the House of Representatives, I was part of the minority and I was questioning the bicameral report. Why? Because the bicameral report came in through a fax machine. And we were using that fax message from the BICAM committee. And so I was questioning it. So, ito ho yung noon, no? Kaya sobrang antik na po talaga yung data management system noon. Pwede na pong ilagay dito sa National Museum. Ngayon po, there is better coordination between two houses. Between our two houses. Better coordination equals better citizen engagement. Let me end by sharing with you one last story. Meron po bang 85 years old na dito? Siguro wala naman po. Pero yung tatlong magkakabarkada, 85 years old, nagsama-sama, nagkita-kita po sila. And as they were fellowshipping, one said, you know, I have some problems with me. In the morning, I don't even know if it's in the morning, I was at the edge of my bed and I don't even know kung umaga na o gabi. Ako ba ay bababa, lalabas ng aking kwarto, o ako ba'y matutulog na? Hirap na hirap ako, hindi ko na matandaan. Sabi po nung isa, buti nga ikaw, nasa bed pa. Ako naman, nakalabas na ako ng bed, nasa hagdan na ako, nasa gitna ako. Hindi ko alam kung aakyat ako o bababa. Ang hirap na pag 85 years old. Sabi po nung pangatlo, knock on wood. Knock on wood. Buti na lang, mga kumpadre, hindi pa ako ganyan. Knock on wood. Guys, teka lang, may kumakatok yata. Bubuksan ko muna. Today, let us not forget why we are all here today. Why we are all here today. We are all here today because we wanted to serve. Let us not forget the reason why we are all here today. To serve our country and people, and in serving our people, please be reminded that together is always better. Good morning at mabuhay ang Senado at Kamara de Representantes.
Thank you very much, Senate Majority Leader Villanueva, for the welcome message.
We will now witness the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement to be led by Senate Secretary Renato Bantug Jr. and House Secretary General Reginald Velasco.
The Memorandum of Agreement between the Senate and the House of Representatives is about the establishment of the eCongress. The eCongress is a collaborative program that develops, uses, and maintains integrated and technology-driven systems that will enhance the legislative department's effectiveness, efficiency, and accessibility, and implement a formal citizen engagement strategy. May we request the Honorable Senate Secretary and the Honorable Secretary General to please stand up and hold the Memorandum of Agreement for a photo opportunity.
This event will not be complete without the inspirational messages from our honorable leaders. May we request our Honorable Senate President, Juan Miguel Zubiri, to approach the podium to deliver his message.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, to our MC. First of all, I apologize. I'm in a suit. I didn't get the memo. I had to be in Barong. I'm sorry. We ended late, work late last night. Dave, kasalanan mo yan. Anyway, let me take this opportunity to say hello to everyone here, my dear friends from both the House of Representatives and the Senate. Unahin ko po, nababati ng aking ninang. Ninang ko po siya sa kasal, and she was my mentor when I was a member of the House of Representatives in 1998 all the way till 2007. No other than former President, now senior Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Madam Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Ma'am. And of course, our Senate President pro tempore, the Tita Ganda of the Senate, also, by the way, the principal author of the DICT law, no other than Madam Lauren Legarda. Let's give her a big round of applause as well. To our Senate Majority Leaders of both houses, of course, starting my dear brother, kapatid ko po siya, is one of the most hardworking Majority Leaders, mas hardworking pa yan sa akin. When I was Majority Leader in 3 Congresses, I see how passionate he is in passing legislation, in talking to each and every senator to make sure that they give out their committee reports. No other than Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva. Yes. To a dear friend and fellow Mindanaoan, equally hardworking and capable Majority Leader of the House of Representatives, Congressman Manix Dalipe. Congressman, Majority Leader. To my dear friends, Toby Tiangco, to Joboy Aquino, Congressman Joboy Aquino, who's celebrating his birthday next week. Anytime we're open, we'll open our agenda for you if you want to tweet us in the Senate. Of course, to my dear friend, the Deputy Majority Floor Leader of the Senate, another hardworking member. He's the author of the Universal Health Care Law, the author of the Housing and Urban Planning Law, no other than Senator J.V. Ejercito. To our Secretary General Ray Bantug, to our Secretary General of the House of Representatives, Reginald Velasco, and to all the Deputy Secretary Generals, Deputy Secretaries of both houses. And of course, the host, our Director, Jeremy Barnes, the host of today's wonderful event. My dear colleagues, my dear friends, palagi akong naaaliw. We'll talk, if we can talk lightly today. Naaaliw pag nandito po tayo sa dating hall of the Senate or Senate halls and the former house of the upper chamber. And we can always, whenever I see this wonderful art all around, it reminds me of our patriotism, our love, our dedication to our country. Look at these beautiful walls beside you, on how our country was shaped through all the different defeats and victories experienced by our nation. And it has made us what we are today. Narinig ko yung speech kanina ni Senator Joel Villanueva. Ang sabi po niya, naalala pa niya yung mga fax machines at disket. Totoo po yun, floppy disk. Before, it used to be a hard disk. Then it became a floppy disk. Then it became a CD. And then it became that big, what was that? Yung para sa pelikula? Hindi, malaki. No, naalala ko yun parang plaka. Nilalagay nun. Oo. Laser disc. Galing si Bel. And then even the phones, we were talking about it with Senator Legarda. In the 1990s, it used to be flip phones of Motorola. Then it became Nokia. Then it became BlackBerry. And now, we have smartphones. Right? Smartphones that can do everything and anything. Dati may dala kang camera, tsaka yung cellphone mo ng Motorola. Kasi ang pangit ng camera ng Motorola. Black and white. Di ba? Ngayon, everything can be done in your cell phone. That's why it is great to have all the support from the eCongress, to support eCongress, which is truly a landmark initiative that will launch us into the future of strengthened partnership between both chambers. If the pandemic taught us anything, my dear friends, it is that we can and must take advantage of digital technologies to make our respective legislative proceedings much easier and much more efficient. That meant, among other things, holding virtual and eventually hybrid sessions and hearings, authorizing the use of e-signatures for bills and committee reports, and beefing up our efforts to reflect the movement of our legislative documents to our website in real time. I mean, 5 years ago, would you ever think that we would have Zoom meetings and public hearings, even sessions in the plenary floor of the Congress and of the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines? Unimaginable, unheard of. It would have made many of our colleagues from the past turn in their grave and say, what? You cannot be on the floor to extemporaneously give out your feelings about a certain measure. But now we had to transform ourselves. We really had to transform ourselves because of the pandemic. We had no choice, but we learned a lot from that experience. In a word, we learned that we could not afford to be resistant to new ways of working. Not if we wanted to continue fulfilling our mandate to the people. We, of course, hold our proud congressional traditions very dearly. But we must also adapt and innovate wherever and whenever we are called for. This is called for. To resist, in the case of digital technologies, is to be left behind. And we cannot be a Congress that is trapped in amber, archaic, and irrelevance. We have to be dynamic, forward-looking, and forward-moving. That is the only way we can genuinely be responsive to our people's needs. Hence, the eCongress, a platform that will streamline our legislative process and lead to more efficient passage of laws for our people. The eCongress will allow us to strengthen the coordination between both chambers and make our inter-chamber process much better and much faster. Excuse me. We will also be giving the Filipino public a more accessible platform where they can keep track of our work as is their right to do so. In improving our transparency, we can also enjoin the public to be more active participants in the legislative process. In this way, we can truly function as a Congress for and of the people. It is high time that we modernize our processes between the Senate and the House of Representatives. If the legislative branch carries the responsibility of creating timely laws, then our processes must keep up with the times as well. So I congratulate Speaker Martin Romualdez for this, together with our staff in the Senate, for this endeavor. We wish that he was here today, but I feel that I was told he was under the weather, so we wish him well. And and we thank the senior Deputy Speaker, Madam Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, to be with us in such short notice. So we both, ma'am, did not get also the the dress code, the memo. But what is important is we are here together, united for our cause, for our people, which is to digitalize all our proceedings, our documentation, and I hope that when we do this, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we can also help save the environment. In the Senate, we have initiated a move, just like in the House of Representatives, you have initiated a move to be more paperless in many of the transactions. We are now doing the same in the Senate, and I was told also by Speaker Martin that they're going to do the same in Congress. That will save a lot of trees, of course, save on trash, and definitely move forward to a future that is greener for our people. So I look forward to the success of this eCongress and to the continued cooperation of the Senate and House of Representatives in uplifting the lives of our people. Kaya mabuhay po kayong lahat. May God bless the House of Representatives and the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines. Mabuhay po.
Thank you, Honorable Senate President Zubiri, for your message of support. May we now respectfully request our Honorable Senior Deputy Speaker, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, to deliver a message on behalf of House Speaker Martin Romualdez.
Thank you. So in behalf of Speaker Romualdez, who is indisposed today, I have the honor to read his message. The Honorable Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri, Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva, House Majority Leader Manuel Jose Dalipe, and may I add Senate President Pro Tempore Loren Legarda. Ladies and gentlemen, guided by a resounding mandate from the citizenry, the present administration of His Excellency President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. has set out to steer the country from the challenges and uncertainties brought about by COVID-19 pandemic, natural disasters, and external shocks towards economic recovery, sustained growth, and social transformation. To overcome these challenges and uncertainties, the critical role of the legislature is once again highlighted in the need for relevant, responsive, and timely legislation, not only to support our government's target outcomes, but also to raise the quality of public service, particularly lawmaking, representation, and oversight functions of the legislative branch of the government, ensuring that our laws consistently reflect our values, principles, and aspirations as Filipinos. To carry out this crucial role, it's imperative that both houses of Congress exercise constant collaboration, coordination, and sharing of information towards people-centered legislative governance. With the current developments in information and communications technology, we acknowledge the potential of e-governance in facilitating prompt and efficient delivery of public goods and services. An effective communication system amplifies the capacity of government organizations, ensures greater transparency, and deters corruption. It also serves as a mechanism for public information to promote citizen engagement in policy making. During his first State of the Nation address, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. emphasized the need to digitize, harmonize, and share government records across departments and agencies. In response to this call, the House of Representatives, along with the Senate of the Philippines, now jointly establish and maintain an integrated and secure digital legislative management system for the Congress of the Philippines. Today, after months of hard work, we formally launched the eCongress that marks the synergy between the Senate and the House of Representatives. We now digitize our legislative support processes, services, and records, and provide a platform for knowledge and for the exchange of information that are different from the other chamber, but are shared or made accessible to each other. eCongress will also provide updates on the status of bills, resolutions, and report legislative undertakings to inform the public and encourage citizen participation. To ensure the success of eCongress, there will be a continuous capacity building to develop and enhance the digital skills of legislators, legislative staff, and other stakeholders. At this point, I would like to recognize the members of the Information Technology team, Text Content and Narratives team, Design team, Legal team, Media Coverage and Publication team, and Events and Secretariat Support team, who have dedicated much of their time and effort for the success of this initiative. It is our vision to make eCongress a key contributor in modernizing our core legislative processes towards a people-centered legislative governance and in enhancing our adherence to democratic principles of transparency, accountability, and responsiveness. So in behalf of Speaker Romualdez, maraming salamat at mabuhay.
Thank you, Honorable Senior Deputy Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, for your message of support. Our warmest congratulations to our Congress leaders for this project.
For a brief background on what the eCongress is all about, may we invite you to watch the audio-visual presentation.
Governments around the world have harnessed information technology to improve the quality of service delivered to the people. The advances in technology and connectivity gave the legislative branch of the Philippines the opportunity to improve coordination between its two chambers, to bridge the gap between elected officials and constituents for a stronger, more accountable, and more inclusive democracy. eCongress, a joint initiative of the Senate and the House of Representatives, takes advantage of these technological breakthroughs to facilitate citizen engagement and increase public awareness. An integrated and secured digital legislative management system between houses of Congress, the eCongress portal allows legislators to efficiently and effectively perform their functions of representation, legislation, and oversight. With the eCongress portal, the public now has easier access to accurate and relevant facts about the legislative branch. Bills, resolutions, legislative reports, and matters that matter to the people, as information will allow them to participate in government affairs, hold officials accountable, and ensure equality in the delivery of services. The creation of eCongress transforms the way Congress works. Digitalization, electronic access to and dissemination of information, development of digital infrastructure, enhancement of digital skills. With eCongress, legislation is transparent. With eCongress, legislation is made more inclusive. An informed citizenry benefits the striving democracy. It's easier to see democracy at work with Congress of the Philippines at your fingertips.
May we invite our Senate President, our Senior Deputy Speaker, and other members of Congress to visit the URL at www.econgress.gov.ph using your smartphones or any device that you may have with you to view the website. Should you have any concerns, our ICT team is around to assist you. Thank you, Your Honors.
One of the courses of action under the eCongress system is the digitization and congressional processes, records, and services. The Senate and the House of Representatives Secretariat teams have conceptualized and developed the foretaste of the eCongress website portal and are in the process of putting in place and uploading the necessary contents and designs.
The eCongress web portal shall be the official website that will carry and maintain the legislative information from both chambers of Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives. It shall serve as a source for legislative information such as names and contact details of the legislators, measures authored and co-authored by them, status of bills and resolutions, live streaming of sessions, common legislative agenda, parliamentary activities, and other joint legislative undertakings that are of interest to the public. It shall also provide information about the State of the Nation address of the President of the Philippines and photo releases about the undertakings and accomplishments of the leadership of both houses.
The eCongress website aims to serve as an online database of legislative records and materials that provides easy access to accurate, timely, and complete legislative information for the senators and House members, Secretariat workforce of both chambers, the stakeholders, and the general public. The eCongress website will be a work in progress between the secretariats of both chambers. May be challenging at the start, but given the imprimatur and support of both the leadership of the Senate and the House of Representatives, the 19th Congress is headed to its dramatic transition towards a technology-driven and people-centered legislative governance.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we finally conclude our program, we request a photo opportunity with the principal signatories, guests, and the men and women on both houses who worked on the initial requisites of the eCongress. May we call in Senate Secretary Bantug and Secretary General Velasco to please come up on stage and join our members of Congress. Yes. May we request everyone to please stand up. Your honors, sirs. Okay, we may now call in our secretariat officials, DSGs from both houses, from the House of Representatives and the Senate of the Philippines. So please come out on stage for a photo opportunity. Thank you very much. We look forward to the success of this joint undertaking between the Senate and the House of Representatives. Again, thank you and good day to all. Before we close the program, may we invite Majority Leader Manix Delipe for closing remarks.
Senate President, Honorable Mig Subiri, Senate President Pro Tempore, Honorable Lauren Legarda, Senate Majority Leader, the Honorable Joel Villanueva, the House Senior Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Senator J.V. Ejercito, Congressman Toby Tiangco, Congressman Joboy Aquino, Senate staff, the House staff, other visitors and guests, good morning. I am truly proud that today we mark the beginning of our great leap towards synchronization and integration of the House and Senate with the launching of our eCongress. While we separate chambers, both the Senate and the House will always be one with our people in the pursuit of better life. As Majority Leader and as one of the primary proponents of eCongress systems, it really feels good that both the House and the Senate are coming together united and committed to realize this vision of creating a system that would allow the faster exchange of information and fosters greater cooperation among our legislators in both chambers. And coincidentally, all those present right now were previously and presently have been in the House of Representatives. Palakpakan po natin the leadership of both houses. The gift of technology, the increasing opportunities to create virtual communities, and the rapid development of our IT infrastructure have provided us with this chance to create our e-system, which would allow close and constant collaboration, coordination, communication, and sharing knowledge, resources, and information. This program presents greater opportunities for the two houses to update their intra and inter-chamber processes by adopting and using secure digital systems and infrastructure and online platforms. Our eCongress systems and our eCongress web portal will not only allow us to work better and faster, but will also give the public better access to what we really do as legislators. This is our most potent anti-marites tool, anti-fake news tool as we endeavor to fight the many misconceptions about the members of Congress. This program would also strengthen coordination and facilitate citizen engagement in the legislative process. I hope that with the launching of this system, we could soon complete our dream of creating a fully functional congressional e-library. This will take a little bit more time because of the encoding, the digitalization of all archived documents, since the creation of Congress are really painstaking. But we are committed. The Philippine Congress is committed to answer the challenge of the rapidly increasing demand to keep up with technology through our eCongress system. Thank you to the vibrant and exemplary leadership in the Senate and the House of Representatives. Mabuhay ang Kongreso, mabuhay tayong lahat.
Okay, that ends our program for today. We look forward to the success of this joint undertaking between the House of Representatives and the Senate of the Philippines. Again, thank you and good day to all.